G'day guys, it's Ben here again, here to bring you another video. This one is going to be looking at the Vegepod. So we're going to do a product review today, and we're also going to look at how to make it and pros and cons and all that kind of thing. So let's take a look. Alrighty, so here's our Vegepod. Let's go through the main points. So the design of this is actually pretty good. I like this. The construction is also extremely good. It's very easy to put together. We're going to go through that in a few minutes. The materials chosen are very robust, and they work really well. It's very easy to use. You have a built-in watering system. That's always a bonus. And you have this this area upon the pot. This is optional. You don't have to use this, but obviously you can. So here we have a metal frame with this netting over it. The netting provides basically protection from the sun. It helps retain the moisture. It helps keep the plants cool. It also helps keep bugs off and that kind of thing. So good points all round. There's plenty of room for the plants to grow. There's about 60 centimeters of height in this. It's a meter by a meter in this case. This is the medium one. The small one is 50 centimeters by a meter, and the large one is 2 meters by 1 meter. So otherwise all the other components are the same. And there we go. So cost price though, the price point on this is very high. $250 initial setup. To me that is high, and it's going to put some people out. That said, as I said, you know, we've gone through all the good points. I don't think there's anything really negative in terms of the construction or how easy it is to put together, that kind of thing. So from my point of view, your initial cost price is a bit of a concern. That said, once you've made that investment, you don't really need to worry about pushing back there and going again, unless you obviously want to expand them. So I bought another one, and let's see if we can get this one together. Alrighty, so here we go. Here's our Vegepod. Cost price, as I say, $250. It's a bit of a concern, but once you got these things up and going, they're great. And you're obviously your investment for a long time. So let's get cracking into it. Righto, so step one, we're going to empty the box, and then we're going to line these two tubs up together. Step two, right, so you got these things, you just place them in the trays. So they're the drain trays, and they're going to keep the water in there. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to do is make the perimeter. And these pieces, all I do is just simply slide and lock in together. Crazy easy. Right, so that's the base in position, everything's done there. I now need to get some of these little plastic wing nuts and bolts to hold everything in together, and then you simply fill it, and then we'll do the mesh. So let's just move this into place. Alrighty guys, now to make this the mesh thing up, let's get this done. And all you're doing is putting these plastic end pieces onto the metal bars. This is not about brute force. You don't need to do this in any particular order, it just needs to go together. So what's going to hold this together is the mesh. So I realise the construction of this thing does appear pretty flimsy, but it's not. Once the mesh is on, it works incredibly well. And as I say, for the investment you put into these things, I think the end result is pretty good. It's pretty good. a little bit fiddly. A little bit of fiddling around, but we're done. Okay, so the next thing is your watering system. And you want to position this so you can get the mesh over it nice and easily, and that the watering things point downwards. But it's crazy easy to do. And you just attach that with the little the cable ties that come in the kit. Oh, there we go. So this needs to run down. Whoa. Didn't mean to do that. Can't just reattach that one. So the most important thing when you put your mesh on is that this piece here needs to match up with this end piece from the watering system, and that's we'll go into that in a bit more detail in a second. And just line up roughly. At this point, what you got to do is get all your clips out so you know exactly what you got. So you're going to end up with 24 smaller bolts, 4 longer bolts, and 4 of these sort of saddle clips. These clips are used to hold the rubber strip in place. You'll then notice you got 2 of these things, and these go like in the middle, just here. Then you got 24 more of these bolts, and you just slip them into each of the holes, which are located in behind this upper wall. Alrighty, so soil's pretty much there. You want to fill it fairly well, and then you pop the mesh thing on top. Alrighty, so that did not take long to construct at all. High quality parts, pretty good design. These top mesh things do bow a bit. I don't think that's a massive problem, but otherwise it all goes together very simply, and the cost is a bit of an issue, but as I say, that'll even itself out over time. I don't see these things breaking in a hurry, so I don't think it's a bad product at all. In fact, I think it's a very good product, and I'm going to give this a very good solid 9 out of 10. So there we go, guys. Vegepods, absolutely ideal, and if you can afford something like this, then it's absolutely the way to go for you know, birthday and Christmas gifts, that kind of thing, with the season coming up. So there we go. Look, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Well, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button.
If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, please feel free to share this video with Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn.
Please leave a comment below. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, keep safe.